Hi everybody. Today we're going to be making a big mess, but that's the fun of card making. My birthday and my daughter's birthday are both in January. So while I have my Christmas/winter supplies out, I thought I'd make some real quick birthday cards so I don't forget, with a winter snowflake theme. So the first thing we're going to do is we are going to get inky using alcohol inks and Marco's digital gloss cover paper. This is great for stamping on, but fun with alcohol inks. So, a piece of that. The colors that I will be using are indigo, aqua, stonewashed, and some pearl mixatives. And you can also use silver mixatives. I have my alcohol. This is a blending tool, but it has the alcohol felt pad on there. And you can see I've already used it. And I'm just going to take a few drops of each color. I usually do like 3. And you'll notice that I'm working on the Ranger non-stick craft mat. You want that down because it's a little easier to clean up. You also want to have some paper towels and some rubbing alcohol or blending solution around. And I'm just going to do like 2 drops of the mixative. And you can hear that ball shaking around in there, so it's nicely mixed up. And if you want to dilute it a little bit, we have blending solution here. Let's see how it comes out. And I just kind of put it down in random spots and then smush it around. And you just keep working with it until you get a background that you like. And if you think it's too dark, you can take some of that blending solution and put that on there and rework it. And it'll lift some of that color and move some of it around. And I know it's hard for you guys to see, but the pearlescent is on there, and it makes it, really gives it a little bit of a sheen. Now this will dry very, very quickly because this paper absorbs it. So then once that's done, we're going to clean up our mess real quick. So I just have paper towels, and I have your regular old store brand 91%. This is Target brand alcohol. And that's pretty easy cleanup. If you don't like to get all inky, this does stain. You can wear gloves. The alcohol does make it clean up pretty easily. I made quite a few backgrounds, and the alcohol gets it off the fingers there. So it's not that hard to do. All right, so the next step is you want to let that panel dry. Like I said, it'll be pretty quick. Here's one that I did earlier, and you can see the silver mixative in there. Now I want these die cuts to be sticky, so I'm going to use some Stick It adhesive. And this is a very thin adhesive. And you're just going to take off one side of the release paper. By the way, I wanted to say congratulations to Faye McClellan. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Faye is in Australia. She won the embossing folder for our 1,000 subscribers giveaway. So, Faye, I did put that in the mail. It is international, so you should be getting that hopefully any day now. I hope you enjoy it. And again, I appreciate all you guys for following and subscribing. Make sure you click the thumbs up for this on the videos, and then also subscribe, and you'll be notified when we have new videos coming out. But it also tells me what kind of videos you guys like. Alright, so now this is all done. It's completely dry. It's got a pretty neat, almost like a marbled effect to it. And then it's got that stick adhesive on the back. I'm not going to release this liner yet. So, I have my new best friend here. My little Gemini Junior. I'll put it that way. So the sandwich that I'm going to make is base plate, which I like to keep one clear. The plastic shim, which is like the milky colored one. Then the magnetic shim, which you can see that I have been loving and using this machine quite often. And then just some random snowflake dies that I have. I'm sorry, I only know that some of these are from Casual Fridays. They came as a matching set, I want to say 2 years ago. This was the set. And then some of these are not Crafter's Companion, Toto dies, and some of these are just random dies. Now I am putting them face up on this magnetic plate. Just trying to cram as many as I can get in there. If you want to figure out a more, even way of doing it, you could. I'm just trying to squeeze as many as I can get on there. And then I'm going to put the paper down, face down. And I want to make sure that all those metal areas are covered. And then I'm going to put my top plate on. Now you can see that my plate is starting to warp. It's not going to hurt anything. You're just going to try to alternate and flip it over when you are die cutting. And I'm going to put this through. Now, somebody had asked if my rollers were crooked inside. I didn't notice that they were. I love this machine. I love it. I wish I had bought one sooner. If you get a chance to get one, I got mine on hsn.com. I love it, I love it, I love it. Did I say that I love it? Alright, so now we're going to take our dies off the magnetic sheet here. And look at that, they just fall right out. Move this aside. Now they do have that stick-it adhesive on the one side, so some of them will want to pull up with the adhesive. So like this one here, the adhesive is, the release paper is starting to pull away, which is fine. Alright, so you can use this as a shaker card if you wanted to, but I'm just going to put that aside for now. Alright, and then I have my Spellbinders tool-in-one. And the first set of snowflakes I didn't have the adhesive on, so they came out pretty easy. The adhesive makes the paper a little heavier, so they are kind of in the dies. I've seen videos where people put wax paper on their dies. I read that that's not a good idea because what happens is that wax residue gets stuck inside your dies, and then it could cause your dies to warp and not cut as evenly. So I've never had to use wax paper. I just use this tool. And anything that needs to be poked through, I just poke through. And you'll see once you get it a couple times that everything else will it'll pop right out. So there we go. And again, I have my little Harbor Freight tray there. And I just pop my dies in there so I don't lose them until I get a chance to put them away. I've always hated winter except for my birthday. Even when I was a kid. Yeah, I enjoyed playing in the snow for a little bit, but it would be like, you know, for a short period of time, and then I wanted back in the house. So I don't know why, because I thought, you know, everybody loves the season that they're born in, but I would much rather have been a fall baby instead of a winter baby. Plus, I got gypped. My birthday is the end of January, so it would be like, okay, Christmas, and then it would be my birthday, and then Valentine's Day. So people would be like, okay, for Christmas you're getting one thing, but I have to hold on because, or hold back because then, you know, it's your birthday, and then I have to hold back because it's Valentine's Day. So I can understand how people feel when their birthdays are around Christmas. And my poor daughter, her birthday is 5 days before my birthday. So I'm trying to get her to have a nice Christmas and a birthday. And when I plan her birthday parties, she gets like snowed or iced out. So I think we're going to do like an indoor, like a trampoline party this year. So that way it doesn't matter if it snows or not. All right, so I have all of these little dies now cut out. I'm going to move some of these little bits out. And that glossy paper looks so nice with the alcohol ink on it. That little bit of shine. You could even take it a step further and put some shimmer spritz on it. That would make it stand out. So see, these are the ones that I just cut out. And then here are some more that I did. Now these don't have the adhesive on them. Aren't they pretty? Okay, so I have a card base ready here. And then I have this like glittery paper. This paper came from this pack. It's from Michael's, the Recollections brand. And this is neat. It's inkjet printable glitter paper. So this glitter does not rub off. It's embedded into the paper. So you can run this through your machine, and it shows here that you could print things. I don't know if they still carry this or not. I think it's just seasonal. I did get this last year, and there's different colors of glitter. So this is like a light white glitter, and then this next one is like a silvery glitter, and the last one is like a gold glitter. So there's, and you could die cut this too. It's a nice heavyweight paper, just to show you guys that. So I'm going to cut this down so that it fits the back of my card, which will be 5.5 by 4.25. And someone had asked me if I'm still loving this Tim Holtz trimmer. It still cuts nicely, guys. I'm pretty sure it's self-sharpening. Does a great job. And then couple things. I want to actually stamp my sentiment on the inside. And I want to do that for two reasons. One, if I mess it up, I can always flip the card over. But two, I know it's going to be a little thick with everything on there. So this is a Penny Black Joy and Happiness set. And it says, just like the snowflake, you are one of a kind. So I thought that could be in any kind of sentiment, but I thought that would be great for a birthday sentiment. I thought there was one that said winter birthdays, but I guess I was wrong. And I'm just going to use a stamping block and eyeball this. And grab an ink pad. So this is Altenew Persian Blue ink. Nice mid-tone blue. Now a couple things we can do. Like I said, if I stamp this and it doesn't come out right, there's two things we can do. Now it did come out nicely. But what I could have done if I messed that up is I could make that the outside of the card and cover it up if it had not stamped correctly. Or I could have cut down a little piece of paper and glued it in there and then stamped over it. So if you ever make a mistake, don't throw your card away. That's why I wait to try to embellish outside. I know I don't show you guys that, the inside of the cards. A lot of times I make cards and I don't embellish them until I need them for the occasion, but just to give you an idea. Alright, so now we're just going to glue everything down. You can use tape runner. I have the Nuvo glue here, which is a pretty good glue. I like it. Plus the glue gives you a little time to wiggle it around. Make sure you have it on your card base straight. And I'm just going to figure out which ones have the adhesive. Take the adhesive off. And I'm going to leave the bottom right corner blank because I want to cut out a die later that says wishing or wishes or something like that, and then I can put happy birthday on the rest of the sentiment inside. It's hard for me to tell which one has the adhesive and which one doesn't because the adhesive is so thin. So what I do is poke at it, and then if there's adhesive on the back, it'll peel right up. And then I'll just put the word die there, wishing. So there you go. You guys get the gist of the idea here on making alcohol die cuts, putting stick-it adhesive on the back of the die cuts, and then making it a very festive winter or holiday card. If you have friends that are non-denominational for the holidays and you don't want to make a holiday card that you think would be offensive to them, this is another way that you could give them a nice winter card without offending anyone. You know, great for office cards, things like that. So there we go. So the only other thing you could do, cut the little bits off the ends here, is run this through your embossing machine one more time. And what that will do, and you just do the two cutting pads and the plate over top. What that will do is it will press that stick-it adhesive down even further into the glitter paper so that you know that it's not going to lift anywhere and have your snowflakes peeling up. But there you go, guys. A very simple holiday card for the winter, or birthday card for winter birthdays. If you have any questions, post them below. I'm sorry this video was so long, guys. I like to show you guys every step of the way. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up and keep on watching. Keep on stamping. Thank you.